Okay, everyone, happy Tuesday afternoon. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. So another sunny day. Difference is it's going to be quite a bit warmer today. Plus, we do have a fire danger out for some spots and really for a lot of western Washington too. It just looks like we have a particular area that's going to see some higher elevated chances of maybe some of those wildfires if they were to develop for them to get out of control. More on that, plus the cool down by the end of the week. Plus, yeah, we may got some rain chances on the way heading into Friday and Saturday. First, the sun that's out there right now. It's nice and it's not quite getting too hot yet. Queen Anne looking out over Seattle. You can see the beautiful skies that are there and the sunshine glistening off of the water. Plenty of sunshine also up in Everett, looking live there at Payne Field. Up into the mountains, this is one of the key areas that we're going to keep an eye out for, maybe some of those wildfires, if they were to develop, to get out of hand. Again, this is where we have the higher elevated fire risk. Of course, with all the snow up here, Mount Rainier looking live there at Paradise. Not seeing much of a concern there as we have the moisture that's still on the ground there. Drought monitor, though, does kind of tell you that we have a lot of dry soil here across western Washington. Now, it's just abnormally dry, not particularly in drought yet, and then we have to get a little dry for that to happen. So it is drying out, but the thing is, we've been drying for quite some time, so a lot of the vegetation is already beginning to dry out at the same time, though. Temperatures today up around the 80-degree mark in a lot of spots. Plenty of sunshine to go along with that, too. No rain in sight for us here across the state of Washington. We're going to keep that south and east of us. And with that being the case, yes, more pretty dry air in place, and where we have the elevated chances of seeing some of those fire risks today, that's going to be across the Cascades and more across the western slopes of the Cascades, generally for areas above 1,500 feet. We're going to have very low humidity, and plus winds are going to be kind of breezy again, so anything that does spark up could begin to grow rather quickly. Future radar shows everywhere here across western Washington completely clear. Now, we do have a chance of maybe some of those brush fires, if they were to develop here across Puget Sound, also to get out of hand because of just how dry it's been. It's just looking like our chances are not going to be quite as high. A few clouds by tomorrow, and we should start to introduce a little more moisture, a little more humidity back into the atmosphere, especially closer to the coast. And you'll start to see as we get deeper on into the period here, heading on into Thursday, boy, we start to get that marine layer back in place right along the coast, and that is going to help out with bringing back more of that stable, more moist air mass in place, and that will continue eastward as we go throughout the day on Thursday. And by the time we head into Friday, well, that's when we have some rain chances that could be impacting us. Yeah, today's forecast is looking pretty sunny. We'll top off in the 80s and low 70s. We'll see more of the same here as you go farther to the south. 81 at Issaquah, 80 degrees in Kingston, just shy of it in Monroe. We'll top off at 79 there. South Sound seeing highs in the low to perhaps mid 80s. 84 in Auburn, topping off at 85 in Shelton. As we go deeper on into the night, we're going to see that temperatures drop down more so into the 40s and the 50s again, so a bit of a cooler start before we really crank those temperatures up again heading into tomorrow afternoon. And then check out what happens as we go later on into the forecast. This is Thursday night heading into Friday. You can see some of that moisture from eastern Washington starts to head right into here across western Washington. It's going to be nice to get some moisture and some rain here across the area. Amounts are not looking to be too impressive, but we will get a couple of days of chances here with that, and then things will start to dry on out a bit more as we go on into the latter part of your weekend for Sunday. Speaking of that, here's your forecast next 7 days, calling for highs to go from the 80s, possibly 90s around some spots tomorrow, back down to the low 70s Friday and Saturday, mid 70s and drying out by Sunday, back in the upper 70s again by next Monday as we top off at 78 degrees. So yeah, not a whole lot to report on today, but yes, that fire chance, it is going to be around, so do be extra careful if you're going to be working with any sort of flames. Of course, the sparks, don't want any of that to get out of hand. Take care, everyone. Have a terrific Tuesday. We'll talk to you soon.